Hi, I was just going to go ahead and make another video for you to look through our Blackboard page so that you can make sure that you are accessing all the things that I've put in there for you to look at. So the Blackboard page right now should be available to you. I just opened it up. So if you want to start looking around in there, you can do that. You're not going to mess anything up, so you can definitely go through and click on whatever you want to. And if you're having trouble finding anything, just let me know. So looking at our Blackboard page here, you should see these here. Hopefully when you're clicking on it, it's now going to say available. Right now it says unavailable because I just haven't opened it yet because I'm still making this video. But this is our due dates up here. That's always going to stay right at the top. I think that's a good just reminder of what the due dates are in case you're forgetting or you don't have your syllabus or schedule guide with you at the time. You can always just look at this and see when our due dates are. They're pretty easy to keep track of because we only have 4 chapters that we cover, or 4 units, and I just make the entire unit due on a certain date, and then you're able to work on the homework and test whenever you want to up until that due date. Okay, so these due dates here, like Unit 1, which is the first one we do, it's due February 3rd, so that means from now until February 3rd, you can work on the homework every day a little bit, or every other day, or maybe if you work a lot during the week, you just take time on the weekends and spend time doing that, whatever works best for you, right? So these are always going to be there, okay? You'll also notice here, I made all the due dates on Sundays, so you can kind of get used to that pattern. So they're always going to be due on Sundays, and then they're going to be due on midnight Eastern time. And so Blackboard and MyMathLab both are in Eastern time. So any time that you see printed there is always talking about Eastern. So I'm here in Bowling Green, and so we are Central time. So if it says, midnight, that's actually 11 p.m. for you. So make sure you're aware of that because that's going to be true for everything that's due for us. But the first page that you come into here is announcements. This is where I'll put all the announcements for our class, mainly just reminders of what's coming up, links to maybe different videos or notes that I have for you to look at, or maybe some tips about some of the things you're working on. I try to post an announcement once a week is what I try to do. I might do more here at the beginning of the semester, but later on, usually once a week is good enough. And then of course you can contact me anytime via email, but that's when you should expect to get announcements from me. So some of the things that you'll see here, the syllabus, of course, you would want to look at. So here's our syllabus. This is our schedule, just kind of a suggested schedule of when you would be working on things, important dates to remember, like the withdrawal date, when spring break is, those kind of things. Okay, so that's what you'll find here. I'll come back to that in a second. But the syllabus, you do need to read through. You might want to go ahead and print it off so you can kind of look through that and reference it when you're taking your syllabus quiz, which is due the first week of class, so you don't want to forget about that. The Start Here tab, most of your online classes or in-person classes probably have this Start Here tab. This is all about things that you would need to know if you've never taken an online class before, making sure your computer is set up correctly, and all that stuff. But if you have done it before, then you probably don't need that part right now. Welcome to this class is where you're actually going to see the stuff that pertains to our class. Here's kind of my welcome video that I sent you all earlier this week. Another place to find our syllabus and schedule. This is going to talk about how to use the MyMathLab. I'm probably going to update that one so it will look a little different when you see it. This is how to download Microsoft Office. If you haven't already, you do have access to a free version because you're a student at KCTCS. So this goes through really quick. It doesn't even take me 2 minutes to show how to download it. Okay, so you will need Excel later on in the semester. So if you want to go ahead and download that, because it's definitely going to be useful for your other classes as well, this will show you how to do that. This goes through a little bit about the class, when things are due, How to check your grades. Your grades are always going to be in your MyMathLab gradebook. So Blackboard gradebook we don't really use in our class because so many of our assignments are done in MyMathLab. So that's the gradebook you'll want to be looking at, not really the Blackboard gradebook. Our class does have a proctored exam. You don't have to worry too much about that right now. You can't sign up for proctored exams here at Sky CTC until April 1st anyway. But if you are concerned about maybe the dates of the final exams or being able to get to a KCTCS location, you might want to start thinking about that, or email me if you have any questions or you're worried about being able to find a location to do it at, because we definitely can figure out something for you. So there's that. The very last thing, some of the different helps you can find, and those are all going to be over here to the left. You know, just click on those if you're having issues with Blackboard, or if you need to figure out where can I go to get tutoring, etc. Okay. The very last thing here is talking about our first assignment. Our first assignment is going to be the syllabus quiz. And so the syllabus quiz, when you go back here to the start here, is going to be right here. Okay, so the syllabus quiz, just 5 questions about the syllabus. It's not really anything to be tricky. The point of the syllabus quiz is to make sure that you have logged into the class, you've read through the syllabus, you know what's expected of you, and that you do plan on participating in the class. If we don't get that verification from you, then you're going to be dropped as a no-show. So that is due on Friday at midnight. So of course that will be submitted in Blackboard, but once you finish it and you get a grade for it, I'll just transfer it over to our MyMathLab gradebook and just count that as a homework exercise for you, okay? Some of the other things here, this is some proctored exam info. Like I said, you won't need this a whole lot maybe right now unless you've never taken a proctored exam before and you might have some might need more information about it. This is where the formula sheet is. You could go ahead and print that off for now to use you know, as you're working through your homework problems, but it is something you would need to print off for your own final exam, and you can use it on the final exam. The instructor info here, there's me and my 2 little girls there. This shows where my office is, when I'm in my office. Of course, we are an online class, so you may not even be close to the Bowling Green campus. But if you are, you're welcome to come by and see me anytime. I'm probably going to be contacting most of you through email is where you'll probably be talking to me through. But you also could call me if you would like as well. So that's the information. If you forget it, you can look for it there. You can also find it on our syllabus. Probably what you'll be using Blackboard for the most is maybe accessing these class notes and videos. So these class notes and videos are notes that I've used in my lecture class. These are actually the ones from last semester, so they're the most up-to-date ones I have. And we cover the same thing in the lecture class that we do online. So now you kind of have access to what I would be giving you if you were in my lecture class. And so these notes already have the answers and everything written on them. We use a smartboard in class, so I just save them once we're done in there. This is the lecture videos that I have. The lecture videos, when you click on that, just takes you to my YouTube page, which you may have already been to because you did get the welcome video. But if you scroll over here, you can see that it has all these different videos. Some chapters or sections take longer than others. Chapter 16, which is our first unit, I've got broken into 4 videos, mainly because I don't want the videos to be like 2 hours long, right? Because you're not going to listen to that. So I try to keep them around 30 minutes or less if possible. So of course some are going to be longer than others, but that's where you're going to find that. So it already has everything in there from all the chapters that we're going to cover. So you don't have to wait on me for that. I don't know why that's not loading, but we'll just pretend like it did. But that's where that was our schedule that I was still waiting to load. So this is where you can go to get all that. These may not load either, but these lecture notes you can print off and use. You can print them and use them along with the homework you have. Some students just use these kind of to supplement and help them with the homework. Others actually read that e-textbook that we talked about, or the paper copy of the book if you got that. But the lecture notes should be sufficient. They should have everything kind of covered in them. So you can see how here we go through everything. Then the lecture videos go through these that we're talking about, and I actually explain, you know, how did we get that? You know, where did these numbers come from? All right, so I think that's pretty much it for Blackboard. I'll make another quick video about how to get into MyMathLab. But MyMathLab, you are going to click in from Blackboard right here, the login. So when you click on that, it should take you automatically to MyMathLab. You shouldn't have to put in a password or anything else. And then from here, this over here, those are our 4 units. That's how you'll get to your homework and quizzes. So if I click on this one, Unit 1, and go down to the homework and quizzes, you should see that open up. I do have the due dates and everything set up for Unit 1, so you can start working on those if you want to. The second unit, I don't have everything finished yet, because every semester I always go through all the old questions and just make sure that there's not anything weird in there, and it's all still stuff that we want to talk about, and etc. Okay, so I'll go back in there and fix all those, but that should all be up in the next week or two, so that if you do want to work ahead, you're welcome to do that. You can work ahead if you would like. All right, so if you have any other questions, you know, feel free to email me at angela.galloway@kctcs.edu, or call me. Of course, it's going to be the weekend, so I won't really be here for my office phone, but email I'll still check. And then our classes officially start on Monday. Don't forget about that orientation syllabus quiz that you need to do. That's located in that Start Here tab. So I do need that from you to make sure that I keep you in the class. All right. If you have any issues with that, trying to find where it is, or if you're not able to submit it for whatever reason, just let me know so that I don't drop you from the class. All right. Okay. Well, I look forward to hearing from you all soon, since we're about to start this semester, and I hope you have a good last relaxing weekend before classes start. Talk to you soon.